Wait. Ashton just tagged me in this. What? Is this real? Ashton just tagged me. Shout out Ashton. 6 seconds ago. Xbox head Phil Spencer is set to retire on Monday. What? Phil Spencer retiring. Sarah Bond is out. Matt Booty promoted as Microsoft AI executive. Asha Sharma named new Xbox boss. Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988 and with Xbox since the software giant launched its first console in 2001, is retiring. Sources familiar with the matter who are not authorized to speak publicly confirmed to IGN. Spencer's retirement is effective Monday, February 23rd. That doesn't sound like much of a retirement. Typically, retirements are planned and are not so last minute. Okay. Retirement. Meanwhile, Xbox President Sarah Bond, long thought by many, both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned. Doesn't sound like a retirement. It sounds like you're gonna be fired. You can retire if you want, but Tuesday we're firing you, so you have to retire by Monday. She resigned. That sounds like a resignation of protest to me. That's what that sounds like to me. Yeah, retirement, literally, yeah. Okay, the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be Asha Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's CoreAI product. I don't know who this is, but hearing that they're the head of the CoreAI product, that makes me think this is probably one of the worst possible selections they could have possibly made. In this role, she oversees the teams and technologies that power AI across Microsoft and its enterprise customers. So they're just doubling and tripling down on AI. Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer and will work closely with Sharma. Quote, I want to thank Phil for his extraordinary leadership and partnership, Satya Nadella said in an email sent to Microsoft staff. Over 38 years at Microsoft, including 12 years leading gaming, Phil helped transform what we do and how we do it. Full emails from Satya Nadella, Spencer, Sharma, and Booty are below. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft. This is from Spencer. Last fall, I shared with Satya that I was thinking about stepping back and starting the next chapter of my life. From that moment, we aligned on approaching this transition with intention, ensuring stability and strengthening the foundation we've built. Xbox has always been more than a business. It's a vibrant community of players, creators, and teams who deeply care about what we build and how we build it, and it deserves a thoughtful, deliberate plan for the road ahead. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming as Asha Sharma steps into the role of CEO, and I want to be the first to welcome her to this incredible team. Working with her over the past several months has given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, clarity, and a deep commitment to understanding players, creators, and decisions that shape our future. We know this is an important moment for our fans, partners, and team, and we're committed to getting it right. I'll remain in an advisory role through the summer to support a smooth handoff. Sharma is a former VP of product engineering at Meta, so the metaverse. Great. A former Instacart COO, makes sense. You know how to DoorDash groceries, so you can lead a gaming company. That makes sense to me. Okay, checks out. And a board member of Home Depot. I have a feeling a lot of duct tape is going to be needed in the next few months to keep things together. So maybe that will be helpful. Get a discount. My first job is simple. Okay. She sent this email to staff. She wrote, first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. You'd think you'd promote somebody that actually knows already, but okay, whatever. That starts with 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games, beloved by players before we do anything. Unforgettable characters, stories that make us feel, innovative gameplay, and creative excellence. And we will empower our studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks. We will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value, grounded in what players care about most. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry. Second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years. Okay, this sounds interesting. Okay. And to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players around the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and fans who invest in Xbox, and to the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. So this sounds to me like a pivot away from everything is an Xbox. Because the two people that were pushing that were Phil and Sarah. But she's saying that her commitment is to Xbox starting with console. So it sounds like she's pivoting back to console and less to your microwaves and Xbox. Okay. She continues, quote, gaming now lives across devices, not within, never mind. Never mind. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any singular piece of hardware. As we expand across PC, mobile, cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. Third, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play to meet the moment. We will invent new business models and new ways to play by by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. We will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. We will build a shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. This to me sounds like they want their own Roblox, which ironically is literally this. But okay, we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. Booty then said in his email to staff, looking forward, I'm excited to partner with Asha as our next CEO. Our first conversation centered on her commitment to making great games and the role that plays in our overall success. She asks questions, pushes for clarity, and wants our choices grounded in player and developer needs. That mindset matters as the industry around us is changing quickly, how players engage, how games are made, and how business models and platforms evolve. We have good reason to believe in what's ahead. This organization and its franchises have navigated change for decades. Our strength comes from teams who know how to adapt and keep delivering. That confidence is grounded in a strong pipeline of established franchises, new bets we believe in, and clear player demand for what we are building. Bond joined Xbox in 2017 following a stint as an executive at T-Mobile. This after both her parents worked in the telecom industry. As Xbox's corporate VP of Biz Dev and Partnerships, she became corporate VP of Game Creator Experience and Ecosystem after that being named president of Xbox in 2022. But now, of course, she's resigned. They describe all of his time with it. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I can't believe this. It was assumed for years, obviously, that Sarah Bond was being primed to take over. Something happened that changed that. And I think that's why Sarah resigned and quit. Something changed. It's wild. And I think, again, the selection of Asha is so interesting to me. That is somebody, president CoreAI product at Microsoft, board member at the Home Depot. The CoreAI product, CoreAI platform and tools. Big thing they started pushing in January of 2025. AI first app stack. With new UI, UX patterns, runtimes, build with agents, orchestrate multiple agents. It's literally she's been in charge of this thing, the platform for AI tools, to try and increase efficiency. And now she's in charge of all of this. The future rests on her shoulders. Initial reactions? This sounds terrible. This sounds... carry the 3 bad. I don't know. Prove me wrong, right? Like, if she's truthful and that they're not going to pump out mindless AI slop, cool. But I don't think it takes a genius to put 2 and 2 together that they got rid of Phil Spencer. Sarah Bond resigned, seemingly in protest. And she's being put in this position, and her background is in building AI tools to try and replace people. So it seems to me like her whole directive is increase efficiency by making AI tools ubiquitous throughout the organization. And they're saying stuff. They mentioned 3 or 4 times. She asks a lot of questions and seeks clarity, and she's seeking to understand gaming and understand what makes this work. So she's literally not a gamer. Now, to be fair, there are examples of non-gamers leading good game companies. Okay. For example, probably the best example of this is Strauss Zelnick. He has amazingly enough offered amazingly refreshing takes on AI, for example. He's kind of the other end of this extreme, where he openly says, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games, but I know how to run a business. And he's always described it. I empower the teams to make the best games they can, retain the talent, and then I get out of their way. And that's what's allowed them to make Rockstar and like pump out GTA 6 and stuff. He even created a company that is able to build and support games like Mafia: The Old Country, smaller scale AA games that are tighter in scope, narrative focused, not filled with microtransactions, and are really good. That was profitable, apparently. Like it was profitable, surpassed their expectations, and they got greenlit for another one, reportedly, allegedly. So non-gaming people can run gaming companies well. That's true. But I think the reason why this is remarkable, this guy, is because that's uncommon. Typically, you know what happens when you get a non-gamer in charge of gaming? This dude, he was like, you know, a business corpo through and through, climbing the ranks of like software companies like Microsoft and EA, just doing like broader corporate managerial stuff. And then when he got in charge of Microsoft with the Xbox One generation at the Kickstarter of that, he drove it into the ground with the Kinect and with all that stuff. Shocker. So it's not necessarily like a foregone conclusion that it's going to be a disaster, but it's definitely, I wouldn't put a lot of money on it. I'll call it there, guys. I'm going to crash out and have a heart attack if I keep going. My blood pressure is too high. Much love. I don't know what to say. Caleb, thank you for the 20. So Xbox is shitting the bed with Microsoft because they're obsessed with crappy AI. Sony is shitting the bed because they keep pushing crappy live service over good games. Nintendo is releasing boring games at higher prices. Yeah, I think the future lies with like the War Horses, the Expedition 33 type games, the independent developers that will grow and blow up to become the new big guys. I think the big guys are crapping the beds and the little guys are going to take over. Yeah, it's crazy. Kyle, thank you for the 2. Holy, it's so over. Dude, I cannot believe that. Literally, I'm about to shut the stream off and then it's like 6 seconds ago. You got tagged in this. Oh my God. NFT Beats. MFT and Beats, I think is what it is, not NFT Beats. MFT and Beats. Thank you for that super chat. Phil Spencer's being retired with a gun to the small of his back. Let's keep it real. It feels like that. He said late last year, I talked to Satya about wanting to retire and what my next phase of life is going to be and all that. I'm guessing he was like, bro, this is getting run into the ground because of these ridiculous targets we have. I'm sick and tired of this. I just want to retire and move on. And that ushered all of this in. Or it could have been like one time I had a job and it was pretty clear that they were losing money and about to go belly up and they were going to fire everybody. So I started looking for another job. And so I lined up my next job and then quit that previous job to get out of it before, you know, the inevitable happened. And turns out I was right. They went belly up. It was like a whole thing. But that might have been going down here where like Phil was getting the vibe that they were about to replace him, and he was like, okay, I'm just going to talk to Satya and tell him I plan to step down and do it that way. Real Serious says, we won't milk the IP as AI voice Master Chief is announced as a DLC costume in Fable 2. It's a free-to-play microtransaction Fable and you can't buy the original game anymore. Literally, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where this is going. And then Brian, thank you for the 5. Is this good for the player moment? Xbox edition. I struggle to see where there should be excitement at all, like for this. I don't understand how anybody could hear this and be like, cool. It's a little dramatic. Is that a little dramatic? They're cooked. I think that's how the kids say it. So insane. More dramatic? Oh, did I misspell it? He's being replaced. Now, if I were an AI, I wouldn't have made that mistake. Bro, he's being replaced by their head of CoreAI product. They're cooked. There you go. Absolutely crazy, dude. You cannot make this up. This industry is wild. He took my thing.